clue what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing either, but I do see a red box.
There's somebody on the screen. Oh,
yeah,
cool.
There is. Be afraid.
How do you fit in there? You're really small.
I'll tell you what, I'm claustrophobic, man. It's not easy, man. And I'm looking at a red box and it says live in it. I'm consulting my host manual. That, in fact, means we are live. Go figure, man. And thanks, everyone, for joining us. If you love what we're doing here, check out talkshop.live to view hundreds of the very best artists who, by the way, have autographed their albums for fans just like you. I've been totally stoked to work, and I'm going to ask if they would kindly do the honors to introduce themselves to those that might be unsuspecting. Jizmak, we'll start with you.
Hey, I'm Jizmak the Gusha, and I play drums for GWAR, and I beat all things, including myself.
It's good to know.
I'm Bonesnapper the Cavetroll. I'm the bodyguard, and I want to love, but I end up snapping bones.
I mean, he's a lover, not a fighter, but he's also a fighter, so look out.
I'm a snapper.
Yeah.
Two extremes.
About not having it easy.
You know, it's incredible to think many of us have bowed before our guests for some 40 years. In the early 80s, I became aware of the band, the once iconic New York publication Village Voice. I think it was that. And its headline said 10 acts you will definitely not see at CMJ. Caught my attention at the time, a big indie music conference with live band showcases. GWAR was at the top of that list, citing its appearance, message, and sound that they could not possibly be considered. Flash forward today, both the publication and CMJ Fest are gone, and here we are, and GWAR still stands tall. CMJ and Village Voice, distant memories, and we're celebrating the only GWAR in their 20th anniversary of the classic album Beyond Hell, a newly remastered deluxe version of the album. So, ladies and gentlemen, and whoever else you are, buckle up. Let's kick this show off. Sam, please roll the video.
Thank you, Steve. You made it very easy for me.
All right. No, totally amped. I was already at 12. Why? Because it's one more than Nigel's 11. But, man, that totally took me over the top. And I'm your host, Steve Harkins, on the Rock and Roll Channel Talk Shop Live. Please welcome to Talk Shop Live's Rock and Roll Channel, the ones, the only, accept no imitations, Jizmak the Gusha and Bonesnapper the Cavetroll of GWAR.
GWAR!
Thank you for
being here. We played CMJ. We played it twice. We're the reason it ended.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
That experience you had was the last of CMJ.
Yeah. I'm telling
now
you what.
We're on screen, so there's no more reading paper in the Village Voice. We used it as toilet paper back then, Village Voice, because it was so thick. But now no one can read, so it's got thinner and thinner until there was no.
Yeah, it was
Village
8-ply,
Voice.
Then it was 4-ply,
yeah.
Then it was 2-ply.
Yeah,
and it wasn't wipeable at all.
I'll tell you what, I'm still suffering from experimenting with that paper for sure. And gentlemen, where do we find you this fine evening?
We're in the Antarctic strongholds out here in Antarctica. We just got back from a horror convention. And, we fly all over the world, do all kinds of crazy stuff all the time. But we're taking it easy today, and we thought we'd have the day off. But no, Steve had to call us and get us on this show. But it's for a great reason, because we're so happy about the re-release of Beyond Hell. 20 years ago, we made that thing. Can't even believe it's been that long.
I can't even remember it.
See, it's been that long.
Yeah, well, we're going to jog your memory, Snapper, for sure. And guys, I hope that convention, I'm sure it was pretty amazing. But I want to remind the fans, if they'd like to ask Jizmak the Gusha and Bonesnapper the Cavetroll of GWAR a question, or you have a comment, use the chat function and we'll get to many as possible. Might I add, those under 15 years of age might find the show particularly enlightening and may provide hope for your future. And for the parents, this one is totally on you. I bear no responsibility. And gentlemen, First, let me state, we need GWAR today more than ever, especially in today's climate. You bring people together through your entertainment. Man, you give us a place to, kind of get away from, the everyday world. And for that, I thank you.
Well,
yeah, you humans are all about the escapism. I mean, pretty much your world here in the United States right now is it's pretty sucky. So I think world needs a GWAR, like you said. Thanks for saying it. Where else can you go out and get away from your problems and maybe narrowly skirt death, or maybe not at all? Maybe we get you, and that's a life well served. Anyhow, you're gone, and now you don't have to suffer through this world anymore. So come on out to the show.
For me, it's just another day at the office. I do it one way or the other.
Yeah,
Gotta make a living somehow.
I'll tell you what, man. If tonight is my time, I'm going down in flames, and I'll be a happy man. It doesn't get any better than spending this quality time with you guys from GWAR. And congratulations, man! It's on some 40 years now, I think, of both of you connected with GWAR. Just under that, perhaps around the same time, I think both of you got involved with the band. And I'm wondering if you can kind of share, for those that might be in the know, the formation of GWAR and how each of you became part of GWAR.
Well, I thawed out a little later than the other guys.
Yep.
Sleazy thawed them at 85, and I woke up a little later and chased them around for a couple of years before they recognized me. So my history isn't as long as Jizmak here. He's an OG, but we came from outer space, landed in Antarctica, we're frozen for millions of years.
Then Sleazy P, he came along. He was running from the government or for the CIA or something. He came along and he thought us out in Antarctica, brought us back to New York, where we took over the CMJ Music Festival, put us down in front of MTV, where I think it was Odorous and Kurt Loder. They had like a thing going back then. And here's the instruments, here's your crack boys. We're gonna make millions, and that's how it kind of started.
I was following them around, letting them know I was one of them, and they wouldn't recognize me.
I thought he was groupie for years.
Yeah,
I thought he was just,
I was wrote in for Nasty Savage.
Who knew?
They ran out of TVs, and eventually GWAR realized I was a scumdog and let me back in. But
yeah, you were maybe overqualified, in fact, and better late than never, I always say. All right, that's a resounding agreement with the host, and I have to say, man, it's hard to believe this album, as you said, man, is 20 years now. It's a themed concept album, and your website has stated that Beyond Hell concerns GWAR's, check this out, epic journey into the tunnels and caverns that honeycomb your world, a journey not only to escape their earthly prison from within, but also to find and confront the so-called Satan, who seems to think he's a bigger badass than Odorous. And along the way, GWAR encountered a bevy of demonic dickheads and hapless victims, all ready to die for your entertainment because they're all a bunch of a-holes. Do I have that basically right, guys?
Yeah, I mean, thanks for reminding us. Like Bonesnapper said, it's so long ago. That sounds about right. I definitely remember a few characters from that time. We're always getting hassled by pigs, and it seems to be just a thread throughout GWAR's history in this culture here in America.
I was gonna say, did I do that?
Yeah.
But the GWAR had been trying to leave the Earth forever, and we realized we couldn't, so we went within the Earth.
Yeah, we went in because we couldn't get off the planet. So Odorous had this stupid idea. That's how GWAR works. So you get one dumb idea and couple it with another dumb idea, and then somehow that becomes some genius idea that we do. So Odorous was like, well, we can't fly off the planet. We got to go into the planet, and we can escape that way. And of course, that didn't work at all.
Yeah,
and
drugs weren't involved either.
No, hell no.
No drugs.
Yeah, they smoke. There's already smoke down there because of the fire. You can't smoke drugs in hell.
Yeah, this is good to know, man. There's so much that we're learning already, just a few minutes into this show, and a lot to take away. As I said, kids, you're going to learn a lot this evening for sure. And this album was produced by recent Rock and Roll Channel guest Devin Townsend, and Devin,
Yeah,
Remember
great,
him?
a great talent, you humans. One of the ones worth saving. And I think Odorous really liked him and took a shine to him because he's got that thing we call a skullet, where he's bald on top, but he's got the long hair like he's a rock god. So
Skullet, I love that.
Odorous loved the skullet. We're like, that kid's cool, man. Get him to produce our record.
Kind of riffraff kind of dude.
Yeah, like you know, it's kind of looks like a pirate, like we are. You know, we're kind of pirates.
Well, like riffraff from Rocky Horror or Uncle Creepy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Rocky Horror.
Yeah, that explains that that want ad in the Village Voice that said Skullet wanted. I had no idea what that meant. Again, I'm learning a lot this evening, thanks to you guys. And Devin said he had been a GWAR fan since he was a kid and loved the freedom, the metal, the spectacle, the passion that went to all of it. And he met your former fearless leader on a tour, and that you guys did together, and he cornered him in an elevator, basically telling him he was willing to work for free. And his statement, I think, reads true. GWAR was, and they are, an amazing combination of artistic freedom, absurdity, easy for me to see, and hard work bundled up with metal and performance. Love them then, love them now. I mean, you guys, as we said, man, you're still standing and fans love you, just like they did back in the formation of the band.
Well, we speak to all kinds of crowds. That's the great thing about GWAR. You can take away from it whatever, however you sort of embrace it, you know, depending on where you are, mentally, physically, whichever. Like, we have all kinds of people coming to the shows after 4 decades, and you know, they all surprise us. Like, sometimes we're like, I didn't know these kids are into GWAR, or these adults or whatever, or professors or astronauts or, you know, nonverbal autistic children. I mean, it's nuts that how GWAR can touch you. And I'm not talking about, we can touch you for sure.
They all got bones. I'll snap them. Yeah. I remember Mr. Townsend came to the video shoot that we did in Times Square.
Yeah.
And somehow he escaped alive. I don't remember. He's so tall. I think I saw him running away about daybreak. We filmed all night, killed tons of New Yorkers.
Yeah, Times Square was clean. There wasn't anyone in it by the time we finished the video. There wasn't one person walking in Times Square.
Now you share that with me.
But Devin left unscathed somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, well, because he said he worked for free.
Oh.
That's, you know, you're going to work for free, you might have a chance to live.
Jizmak, I know it was 20 years ago, but do you remember, I mean, there's some really, really impressive drum performing, you know, some riffs. We're going to talk about the tracks, but I was very impressed with what he captured in your performance. But from your perspective, do you recall kind of what he brought to the table as a producer for GWAR?
For me, absolutely nothing.
Excellent. I was expecting that.
Ourselves, and then we just threw Odorous to Devin and said, get the goddamn vocals on the record, please. We can't control Odorous. We didn't know where he was. We didn't even know if he had lyrics for the songs we were writing. So we kind of tracked the record without Devin, and then was just like, Devin, make Odorous sing and make it sound good, and that's what he did.
Yeah, and he, I mean, he came out with a new and improved Skullet probably after that recording, from what I understand. And
Odorous went to Canada, right?
Yeah, so they went. We had to ship Odorous to Canada where Devin was, so he could like put him in a cage and put the microphone in there and get him to sing the entire record. Because if not, he would just run wild all over the streets, pillaging and not doing drugs. Not doing lots of drugs.
Right.
But so I think Devin was the only one that could really like sort of get to the Odorous' same mental state. So they kind of were on the same plane and were able to track. I think, you know, maybe Odorous had put Devin through hell and we were going to hell. So they had something in common there, which made the Odorous' performance like one of the best on any of our records. I wouldn't hold it up to anything he'd ever done. And I think Devin got that out of him.
That's great insight for sure. And you know, I guess once you ship him up to Canada, what else can he do? You know, it's basically in the tundra, so he's got to focus on
it. In the car trunk because he didn't really have the passport or the right papers. And, you know, I think he'd been banned from Canada before. So Odorous, they had to smuggle him in. Like you go into a drive-in with 5 friends in a trunk. I think that's how they did it. I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but that's the story I heard.
Yeah.
Devin's not coming clean. Devin's not sharing it with us. So I guess it was at least that. Maybe it was even worse, but we'll keep working on an answer from him. And you know, important to also note this anniversary reissue was remastered by Paul Logus. Man, this album sounds amazing. Paul was responsible for Anthrax and Killswitch Engage and a number of other recordings, and it breathes new life, man. And one of the band's most ambitious and theatrical reissues and releases. And I also want to mention too that this particular release includes a previously unreleased outro track, which is pretty cool, recorded during the original Beyond Hell sessions that was left off the original release. Jizmak, did you even remember that you guys had recorded that outro?
No, what was it, like a slave song, a bunch of noise? I don't recall it
like,
at all.
it's something. It's like a soundtrack for Halloween 2026. I'm endorsing it. It's pretty cool sound effect.
Yeah,
I mean, absolutely.
They hide all kinds of stuff. You never know when they're going to press record. So, you know, we could have anything in the vault. And so they must have found this from that session and throw it on there for a little extra juicy re-release, you know, remastered and something, another Easter egg for the kiddies.
Absolutely. What do you guys think about the resurgence of vinyl, which some say is a format that's been in existence as long as the prehistoric rock, but, you know, it died a death for about 20 years. And here we are talking about this release, first time available on vinyl.
Yeah.
It's delicious.
Yeah, they're tasty. You got all kinds of flavors. They come in all these different colors, like blueberry,
take note, kids.
Raspberry, pink bubblegum, possum, goat toast. There's all these cool flavors. So I think you should buy one of each. You should get the record in every single different color form that it comes in. If you're going to buy one, you want to get the full experience.
Yeah, we're looking into making armor out of it. We're running out of materials because of all the tariffs. So like we're going to start making armor out of vinyl, and well, I mean, hopefully there won't be any left over. You'll buy them all. We won't have any of that either. So
well, I hope those stage lights aren't too hot if you go that route for sure. We don't see you guys melting on stage, but the kids are salivating, just anxious to taste all those wonderful flavors of GWAR's music on vinyl. I can tell you that. And,
yeah, it's cool that it's never been on vinyl, so that's cool for the first time. And,
it is.
And you know, a lot of people don't know this, but analog recordings are actually better than digital to a degree. Even though a human ear can't pick up, digital has spaces that are left out where analog recordings are like waves. So the record kind of gives you that vibe. You know, it kind of fills the room. Instead of just hearing the sound, you're feeling the sound. So I think that people realize that vinyl was really important. It was like, man, we got to bring that back because it's not the same listening to it on a little tiny phone as opposed to a massive stereo system with a turntable.
I agree 100% with you, Jizmak. Yeah, I mean, it feels like you're in the recording session. I mean, it comes to life. Now, Odorous, I have to mention, you know, planted seeds of GWAR and is no longer with us, but his spirit lives on. And I think you said previously you always envisioned GWAR as an institutional piece of theater, like a blood-soaked heavy metal version of Cats that was meant to outlive its individual creators. And here we are, you guys, you know, are carrying the torch, man, and keeping the legacy alive.
Well, to be fair, he said something different every single day, so it's great you remember that one.
Yeah.
He literally said a million different opinions every single day, but let's stick with that one. That one's good.
We're gonna last forever because if it's not us, we'll just change some understudies or some proteges or something, and that'll still be a GWAR long after we have to retire back to space and leave this mud hole planet.
I'll tell you guys, I just want to appreciate you for going easy on me with the fact checking. That's a relief for sure. But you were touching on performing in front of original fans and new generations of victims/fans. But again, it's got to be mind-boggling to think, that you've got almost 40 years or over 40 years of fans that are coming to shows, and you couldn't have possibly imagined that when you guys first signed up for this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem with the kids are though they're more flexible. Their bones don't break so easy. So the old people I'm used to, they're brittle, they're easy. The young ones are slippery and kind of pliant. I can't break them as quick enough. There's just too many multiplying. But I guess it pays the bills. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know
appreciate that.
why it is. I mean, you humans just fall for the same GWAR trick every time, generationally, and generation after generation. Almost 4 generations coming to GWAR shows. So I think it's just something that people need. I guess you guys need it. We need to kill you, and you always want to kill yourselves or kill each other. So we're just providing a consumer need for you. So
Yeah. Yeah, and again, those kids are out there watching. I think, stealing a page from Bonesnapper, to be more appealing to GWAR, you probably need to spend a lot more time in the sun so you could dry out those bones. So something to think about for sure.
yeah, kids today, they're so greasy.
they're not
Yeah.
absorbent either. I'll tell you,
Yeah.
the pit, there's just as many of them, but the blood hits the floor because these millennials, it just kind of washes off them. It doesn't soak in. So I just wish they were more absorbent, these millennials.
Yeah, they moisturize too much. All their fancy oils and lotions and potions and stuff. Like the older fans, they're just dried out husks of human beings. Their lives are hollowed.
They're not using enough DEET or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I the only thing I regret this evening is that I didn't charge a cover charge for the educational experience that we're giving everyone this evening.
I've been going to night school for a while. I'm not as dumb as you think.
Yeah, you certainly don't look that dumb for sure. So I wasn't going to go there, but I appreciate you saying that. And Zom13 saying seeing them again in December. So you got all these repeat fans, and FM Keegan is thanking you guys for spending the time here. And Severed Dolphin Heads, that conjures up quite a vision. GWAR with a lot of vowels and exclamation points. Big fan. Thanking you guys for spending the time this evening on your day off.
Good. I'm glad we could waste his time.
Yeah, absolutely. But wait, there's more people that we're wasting time with. That's Berserk, Zerg. It just goes GWAR, 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 4 exclamation points. So see,
that guy, Zerg,
yeah. I thought we had a cease and desist issued with Berserk, but apparently not. GWAR rules, says Naxa Cool, and Rhino Destructo again. High-fiving you guys, saying thanks so much. And King Spawn saying hail odorous as well. And let's see here. Jack James is saying great fan of GWAR with the Download Festival in 2025. It's incredible.
We play a lot.
Yeah, indeed you do. This is Eric Luke's who's saying, I love when Bonesnapper gets a new costume. Armor, and it gets the lighter tone, looks so great. So they're loving your upgraded look.
Yeah, I guess I've just been what do the kids call it? Look maxing. That's what I've been doing. Like I said, I've been going to night school.
Yeah, exactly. And Severed Head saying he's called Bonesnapper. He's actually a cave troll. And yeah, that's what my fact checking says. So I agree with that.
Okay, no mention of anything else. Nothing else. Just Cavetroll.
Cavetroll. There we go. And Paige is saying, can't wait to see you guys again September, the day before my birthday. So see that you got fans celebrating the birthdays, their birthdays as well.
Nice. It'll be your last one, Paige. Enjoy it.
She's texting.
Exactly right.
Your first and last.
Going down in flames for sure. Make sure those bones are brittle. And Yard Ninja is saying my absolute favorite album, having the 8th lock come on at the last Gorgor Stop tour, was something I never thought I would get to experience. So kudos to you guys for that.
Yeah, and thank you. That's a pretty brutal song. We put it back in. We knew the release was coming out. We're like, what song are we going to play? Let's play the most brutal song on the album, and that would be 8th Lock. Great video as well. All around good fun. That guitar riff from Flatus is probably some of his best work. I think this record, period, is probably some of Flatus's best work once he was juiced in the band for a minute. We really hit like an apex right here with this record where we wanted to be musically, and he was a big part of that. And you know, the concept of going to hell, it seemed to take off. Everyone seems to love that idea.
Yeah. And 20 years later, it seems like they can relate to it a little more than ever. We'll kind of leave it at that, other than to say we're celebrating the one and only GWAR and their 20th anniversary of the classic album Beyond Hell, a newly remastered deluxe version of the album featuring 12 killer tracks. And again, this is kind of a concept album. It's a limited edition package, which is amazing, of this legendary GWAR album. The first ever time on vinyl. Includes a trifold jacket. It folds out to inverted cross, and it's on 180 gram. That's high quality gold vinyl. And the CD includes a fold out poster. Both versions include the never before released outro track from the original recording sessions. The album officially releases Friday, September 25th. But Rock and Roll Channel fans and Talk Shop Live can purchase their copies right here, right now. And it's GWAR's way of thanking you fine fans. They have begrudgingly agreed to sign a limited number of copies purchased here on the Rock and Roll Channel. That's right. Trapped in an undisclosed cave, we successfully secured signatures. We got Jizmak, Balsac, the Jaws of Death, Bonesnapper, and also Sawborg Destructo. Now, let's be honest. When was the last time you were face to face with Balsac? So that's worth the price of admission alone. To order your copies, hit the shop button on Talk Shop Live on socials, and that would be Facebook or Instagram, comment shop. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link inside the description. And on Facebook and Instagram, when you comment shop, will DM you a link. The rest is quick, easy, and pain-free, unless that slight or other condition that GWAR might have developed signing for you fine fans. But in all seriousness, there's no greater way to show how much you appreciate the entertainment courtesy of GWAR than by owning a copy of this upcoming release, the 20th anniversary remastered deluxe edition of Beyond Hell. First time available on vinyl. Now, gentlemen, what say we share some of the music with the fine fans out there? Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. We put together the best for the worst of you. The best packaging, everything, and you guys are only getting the signed versions. There's no other, only on Talk Shop Live are you getting the signed versions of these things. So don't miss out. Buy or die.
Love that, Jizmak. And that was completely.
What track are you gonna play?
Yeah, we're going to play the opening track from Beyond Hell. This is War Is All We Know.
Barn burner, guaranteed to burn your house down first play.
100%. With that, Sam, if you would, please roll the digital.
From the sun, from the east, from the west, all around, so fate's die is cast. They marshaled their forces and found us at last. So it's come to this. The child is the destroyer. The young god comes to slay. Son killed the father. For blackness is all that I crave. Shells explode across my hide. Take me, death, I am a slave. I don't have a soul, and I don't have a heart. Come then and face me, but first you must suffer my wrath. Hatred of all things alive. War is all we know. They say war is the last resort. For me, it's the only way. I have tried reading their poetry. It suits me better to slay. All that I touch seems to break in my hands. Then it is burst into flames.
And members of GWAR, you know, this is the reason why I don't give out my home address, because fans get pissed at me because I cut off the song in the middle. And you know why the reason is? Because you have to buy the album to hear the rest of it. And trust me, if you love the first half, you're going to love the second half.
Yeah, this isn't a radio show. He's not a DJ, folks. This is
Thank you.
This is Talk Shop Live. Get the
Thank you,
product
Jizmak.
before it's gone.
Thank you, Jizmak. Yeah, absolutely right. And you know, man, that Tommy gun drum work, amazing. Assault weapon guitar work, powerful vocal, and a message that still applies to some extent some 20 years later. And gentlemen, this track was so heavy. On behalf of the Rock and Roll Channel and by the powers vested in me, I hereby declare war is all we know better than a Keith Richards blood transfusion. In fact, they're still scraping parts of me off the walls after first listen. Just a killer opening track.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, and with that, man, we got Murder's Muse to follow up. Jiz, great dynamics. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't call you Jiz. Jizmak. He didn't give me permission. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but man, there are different tempos, and I think not just a 4/4 timing, and I think it speaks to, you know, what a terrific drummer you are. You don't necessarily get credit for it, but also GWAR's musicianship.
I don't get credit. Who says I don't get credit?
I don't know. Somebody said that. Again, it's just poor fact checking on my part.
They always say like, "Oh, you're such an underrated drummer," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm totally rated. I'm number 17."
Number 17 with
All
a bullet.
time, yeah, so I'm rated for sure.
Yeah, you are absolutely. But man, I give you credit, man. You know, and again, it's not just straightforward 4/4 timing. You guys are, you know, could take it to new levels, and that's a great track that I think demonstrates that.
Jizmak loves jazz.
Yep, we love some jazz.
Absolutely right. Let's check out another track from this amazing album, the 20th anniversary, Beyond Hell. Here's Go to Hell. Once again, Sam, if you would, please roll the digital.
Rock with ruin and war. The walls cry and crumble, broken the sword. The tombs and the domes, the world's honeycombed. We must possess the underearth. Down! 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 Told the world we're going to hell. Here we sink through the creation. Blood-stained wine, it's within our time. Here we seek the final salvation. To the promised land. Sweat more they serve. Try bloody sand. As blessed our pilgrims will travel below and see the finest filth that hell can bestow. A realm of madness, the cringing of queens. A realization, the crushing of dreams. The worm not fruit of all your petty schemes. Between heaven and hell, all is not what it seems. From what I've heard, it's a pretty cool place. Unseen of urine, where rats eat your face. I say this like me can pursue his vocation. I'm going to hell because I need a vacation.
Amazing. Sean Barnes is just saying, I'll never forget my first GWAR concert, April 4th, 1991 at Barrymore's here in Ottawa, Canada. What a time that was. Just made something up. Long live GWAR. And Razor the Skinner is greatly appreciative of your wisdom that you shared with the fans. Two wrongs make a right in GWAR, apparently. And thank you for that insight. Brian Fowley is saying Beyond Hell was the best GWAR tour I've seen. Amazing era. You need to see them on the recent performance track for sure. And this is from Jet J, who wants to know how many humans do y'all have to feed Gorgor to keep Gorgor pleased?
As many as possible.
Yeah. You that's the only way you got to keep him full, so he'll be calm and maybe like take a nap after he eats. You just keep feeding him until he just calms down.
Number one, we're not even sure if it's a he. It might be a she.
Yeah.
And so
I think it had an operation, but so we can't tell. There's no distinguishing genitalia either way.
It's a high caloric intake for GWAR. That's all you got to say.
Yeah, for sure. But again, I think he, prefers the crunchy bones, I suspect, right?
Yeah. He digests them all.
He really likes goats.
I've never seen him shit. So,
true. He's a private dynasty.
Modern medical.
Do that just out in the open.
Luckily, we've never had it. We have to clean up a lot, but not GWAR shit. Not yet.
This is good news. Again, learning a lot this evening. Speaking of which, I want to thank a lot of the fans who are picking up this 20th anniversary Beyond Hell edition. Thanks to James Brzezowski, also Gerald Krubuski, Juliana Mullen, Adam Williams, all picked up the vinyl. Aaron Stanzione and Craig Nickerson while the show is going on. Aaron Napoli, Elise, thank you for doing it. Charlie Watts, unfortunately not the drummer, but thank you, Charlie. Mark Smith and Dawn Brundant and Dylan Ferguson, just to name a few of the GWAR fans out there. And again, we're celebrating this great release, mastered or newly remastered deluxe version featuring 12 killer tracks. First time ever on vinyl, includes a trifold jacket. It folds out to an inverted cross, and it's on 180-gram gold vinyl. That is super thick vinyl. The sound quality is amazing. The CD includes a fold-out poster. It officially releases on Friday, September 25th. The Rock and Roll Channel fans and Talk Shop Live can purchase their copies right here, right now. And GWAR has I think, really gone beyond the call of duty to sign a limited number of vinyl and CD copies purchased here on the Rock and Roll Channel Talk Shop Live. And to be honest, when they're gone, they're gone. I don't think they're going to be returning my calls after this miserable experience they're going through on this show. Thank you very much, Steve. To order your copies, hit the shop button on talkshop.live and on socials, comment shop. That's if you're on Meta. And we'll DM you a link. And if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description, and the rest is quick and easy. Thanks for your continued support of GWAR. There's no greater way to show how much you appreciate these guys and what they do than by owning their body of work. I love the pig, rhythmic, metal rap, if you will, in parts. A love letter for a finest, or perhaps it's a ballad about a lonely farmer. Probably not, but super creative musically. Again, GWAR shines here.
Man, I thought that was great. Charlie Watts bought a record from the dead. I mean, you can't get any better than that. You can buy records from the dead. Thanks, Charlie Watts.
Absolutely.
I told you I went to night school. I went to night school just so I could learn how to sign my name to sign his copy for it. So you're welcome, Charlie.
Yeah, absolutely, Charlie. And, for some reason it's misspelled. It's a collector's item. So, yeah. Tormentor, awesome guitar riffing. In the opening, massive driving track. And then you heard us talk about this before. And this was the track that GWAR decided to include in recent performances. And that's Eighth Lock, another over-the-top GWAR anthem. And the band is super tight locked in on this one.
Well, Tormentor, for sure. And then there we go. We're going to go right over to Balsac, who opening riff on Tormentor, and then Flatus, all the Murderous Muse and all the War Is All We Know riffs. Like, those guys were really in a mind meld on that record, man. They were playing back and forth. They were coupling. They were doing solos together and call and response. I mean, it was just awesome. We were a fierce machine when they were making this record.
Absolutely right. And let's listen to one more track for the album. Actually, I think this will be the last track, and then we'll play one for the outro. And again, this is from Beyond Hell. Again, the forthcoming 20th anniversary deluxe album, and this is entitled "The Ultimate Bohab."
Oh, this is nasty.
It is nasty. Buckle up, man.
He proudly starts his red hoodie. When he puts it on, it gives him such a woody. Ha! Sit questions, it all goes to tape. But ask the wrong one and your ass will get raped. But not by a dude, that would be gay. But if that's what the band wants, I guess it's okay. We're not gonna rape you, so don't you fret it. You brought a woman, oh, she's gonna get it. Cause this is how we roll, this is what we do. We're fucking a girlfriend right in front of you. And we know that's not your girlfriend, by the way. She's only with you cause you got her backstage. And you also gave her money. Bohab! You're the ultimate Bohab! Bohab!
Wow, there we go. And I got to say, Garrett Pace 2701 is just saying this was never put on a wax before now. He is exactly right. Vampire is saying Bonesnapper kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle on all the drugs. I'm not so sure about that. Bonesnapper?
Avoiding those terms, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
call them that.
Yeah, outrageous. Whiskey Tom 4847 said this 3 times. I don't know exactly where he's coming from, but if he's going to go to the mat and repeat it 3 times, I'm going to say it, and that's GWAR are nice boys. Okay, moving right along. Mad Shade 3351. First GWAR show was in House of Blues in Myrtle Beach around 2010. And also Severed Dolphin Head said 8 Lock, man, it's just over the top amazing. And also we're getting comments that Tormentor is one of the favorites from fans on the album.
for the first time, all this sounds true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, I think they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, this must be a different show. I'm sorry, this must be the next show. I mean, must be.
Tormentor is a great track because I think that's where Devin shines, and he got some backup vocal work on there. Really beef that song up with a really very catchy chorus with the Tormentor whoa-whoas and everything. So that was a stroke of Townsend's genius to make that song what it is.
You're right, Jizmak. Yeah, completely agree. Ronald Reagan also says, I want to give a huge shout out to Big Bobby G, Bob Gorman. No idea who this guy is. I think he's running from the law, but he says he doesn't get enough love. So we'll put up a picture so you can notify the authorities if you see this guy. Not sure where that person is coming from. And
got bones, I'm not worried about it.
Good to know. And
I'll let you know too, that last song. So Bohab, if nobody knows,
yes,
is a Punisher, but it's a GWAR Punisher.
Yeah.
So it's the ultimate GWAR fan is a Bohab. So that song is about how much we hate our fans.
Yeah, but
you know what?
If that backfired too, and then the fans are like, take it as a badge of honor, and now they all want to outdo each other to see who's the ultimate Bohab. So we wrote that song, you know, I don't know. We're trying to insult them, we're trying to kill them, and then they just take our term Bohab and like turn it into some high praise level thing amongst the fans. So
yeah,
if you're
complete
the
180.
top Bohab, they're always fighting each other.
Yeah, it's a complete 180. Makes no sense. And I appreciate Bonesnapper you calling that out. Do we know like the origin of the word Bohab, where that came from?
It was an early GWAR fan. It was just his name got slurred into Bohab, but we all know Punishers. He was the ultimate first Punisher, and it's an homage to him. And the fans, they took it, ran with it. We can't control them. We can't kill them all. We do our best, but they keep going.
Yeah, it's out of control, and you just gotta, you just gotta live with it. It Destroyed, another great track for sure. And again, I want to remind everybody you can purchase this album. It officially releases Friday, September 25th. But Rock and Roll Channel fans at Talk Shop Live can purchase their copies right here, right now. And it's the band's way of thanking you fans. They have signed a limited number of copies, both the vinyl, which is gold vinyl and 180 gram, incredible packaging as well, and a CD that has a poster as well. And 4 members of the band have graciously signed copies. And to order your copies, hit the shop button at Talk Shop Live on Meta Socials. Comment shop. We'll DM you a link, and and just click it. The rest is easy. And if you're watching through YouTube, click the link in the description, and the rest is quick and easy. Show how much you appreciate these guys and the 40 years, mind blowing to think of all this entertainment, education, knowledge, and wisdom that they provided us for all these years. Own a copy of their body of work. The one that will not be named, Massive Musical Assault, Killer Breaks, and Dynamics. Got to call this one out. Back in Crack, Horror and Hatred are all that I know. Misery, Madness, and Worms. This journey brought no satisfaction, has defined no ultimate terms. If anything, I've gained nothing except just for staying alive. And I suppose that is something when you tried as hard as me to die. Back in Crack. All right, no comments from those guys. Moving right along.
For GWAR, trying to keep that PMA going.
Yeah, wake up to that one every day.
Indeed. The outro, we talked about this. Love this newfound gem. Perfect soundtrack for my favorite forthcoming holiday, Halloween. And we're going to play what I consider to be an amazing revisitation of one of the all-time great rock classics. Alice, the singer and the original group, loved here, and the regulars on Talk Shop Live. We're going to have to work GWAR now into the intro because this has been one of the highlights so far in our 5.5 years of doing these shows. But beautiful interpretation, man, appropriate closer from GWAR. Some really nice twists and turns during the breaks, and lyrically it's a must hear for rock fans. Do you remember, Jizmak, why you guys chose this song to reinterpret?
I'm sure it was some dumb idea from the record label that if we could cover a hit song already, that they could make more money on us. And we weren't really concerned with it. But obviously, over the years, we've become fairly proficient and pretty good at it, covering songs. I don't know, Alice is the godfather of the horror rock genre and all that kind of stuff, which we are sometimes obviously associated with. But I like to think that we're more of like Devo, which is let's change the society because whatever you guys have going sucks. And we think our way is better, where we're not just trying to shock everybody like some of the other artists. But I think the video and the song came about was because, like Bonesnapper said, he was going to night school, and there was this high school in New York where he's doing the night classes, and we came there to pick him up, and we kind of took over the night school. Well, and then there was all these hot, Catholic schoolgirls in the miniskirts and stuff, which is obviously where Britney Spears got the idea, was from GWAR back then.
Clearly.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Well, another fun fact is the genius executive from the record label who wanted us to do this, he went bankrupt. We sued him, and we got the album now. So thanks a lot.
Yeah, that was well worth doing a cover, right?
But we do love Alice Cooper. Got to say that.
True.
Yeah,
True. Great golfer.
Absolutely right. And again, fans, just want to remind you, this album is coming out Friday, September 25th, but you can purchase it right here, right now on the Rock and Roll Channel Talk Shop Live. It's available for the first time ever on vinyl, and it has a tri-fold jacket that folds out to a verted cross, and it's also on 180-gram gold vinyl. CD includes a fold-out poster, and the band has signed it specifically, Jizmak, also Balsac, Bonesnapper, and Sawborg. So you get 4 members of GWAR. It's pretty amazing, and it's incredible recording that sounds better than ever. To order your copies, hit the shop button on Talk Shop Live on socials such as Meta. Comment Shop will DM you a link, and if you're watching on YouTube, click the link in the description, and the rest is quick, easy, and pain-free, and there's no greater way to show how much you appreciate the wonderful, brilliant GWAR, who is giving us all kinds of insight and spreading the gospel. The young kids, I hope tonight you're taking notes. There is hope for the future after this GWAR show, for sure. I feel so much better already. And gentlemen, what does the balance of 2026 hold for GWAR?
First off, before we get into all that, I want to say the record is made out of gold, so it's a pretty decent purchase.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's not just
caramel.
it's not gold flavored vinyl.
No, it tastes like caramel.
Yeah, it tastes like, but it's real gold. So
This boy,
might be a
talk
good
about
purchase.
an investment. It's an investment
you
for
get
the
into
future.
an investment scenario. Yeah.
Good
we
to know.
cannot stop touring. More touring.
Yeah. We have a lot of stuff coming on. We got Louder Than Life and Riot Fest, and we got Fires Fest, and we have all the fests right now. And then we hit the road in the fall, and we're gonna spend Halloween on the Headbangers boat with Lamb of God and a whole slew of metal bands.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure that boat is sold out. All the bands look great. They put those tickets on sale like so long ago. And then we do a complete United States fall well into the winter, just stopping before Christmas. We're going to just go all over America and just stack towns and do what GWAR does. Snaps bones.
There we go, man. So everyone, don't jump. The future looks bright. You can go on the band's website to get all of the dates. And before we let you go, we'd like to thank all the fans. And there's so many of them, not just here from the States and from North America, but globally. I mean, GWAR is international and embraced by so many. Yeah, that's right. And big beast hug to Jason Leckberg of Leckberg Enterprises for helping to put this together. Also, thanks to Courtney Lozar and also our best new friend, John Freeman Promotions, who's watching this live while attending the local Rush concert. I don't know how that's working out, but I think we're probably dominating most of his attention. Our friends at Indigoot Entertainment, thanks Allison Shepard, also John Bambino, Liam, also Lily Sky, Katia, and with that, also our fulfillment partners from All Media Supply, who ensure that you get your GWAR albums and CDs intact, signed as promised. And also to Brian, Sandy, Tina, Brad, Joe, Kathy, Marty, Kate, Brendan, and behind the scenes doing a great job as always, Sam, all from Talk Shop Live. But most importantly, to Jizmak the Gusher, and also Bonesnapper, the Cavetroll of GWAR, for continuing to provide all of the thought-provoking, gory entertainment to this very day. And gentlemen, before we part company, last words you want to share with the fans out there?
Oh, all I can think of is if you haven't seen GWAR before, what kind of rock have you been living under? Come out and see us this fall. We're all over America, and enjoy the products here at Talk Shop Live. I hope, I'm looking forward to putting the Beyond Hell vinyl on myself since it's never been on vinyl. And that's it. Just buy or die.
Let us be part of your blood loss journey.
There we go. I don't know how I could top that. The answer is I can't. While you're at it, pick up copies for your friends and family. GWAR is a gift that keeps on giving, one that will last a lifetime. Your friends and family will thank you for it. You've worked hard this year. You deserve it. I have it on good authority. This GWAR album will enhance everyone's quality of life. And if you like what we do here, check out talkshop.live and support all of the artists, including the amazing GWAR. And to Jizmak the Gusher and Bonesnapper, the Cavetroll, thank you so much for being here this evening. My life has been exponentially enhanced. I don't know, man. The bar is so high.
No problem. The pleasure's all yours.
Absolutely true. And I can live with that, just so you know. And with that, everyone, enjoy Live Rock On. Stay tuned for this last track before you hit the off button and pull the trigger and buy this great album, this 20th anniversary. Thanks again, GWAR.
All right. See you, Stove.
Choice. All the girls and boys making all the noise, 'cause they found new toys. Well, we can salute you, can find the flag. If that don't suit you, that's a drag. Skulls out. Come